So I was planning on making one of my educational videos today like I normally do, but when I was at the gym today, my brother sent me this video. The most loved versus the most hated fitness influencers, which addressed me. And he told me how stupid this dude Big Carl is. So I watched it, and it was, like my boy DT says,
you are fake news.
There are a lot of critique videos on me, but I never respond to them. Because they all say I give good advice, but I'm a negative person, which is fair. I can justify people saying that. But this video, just like Greg Doucheheads from last year, is so bad and factually, keyword being factually wrong, I had to respond to it. And since this dude is just like any other bodybuilder who has no original ideas and is just a sheep, he labeled the obvious people as love fitness influencers, like Joey Swole, who doxes people, and said Sam Solik is so great because he's transparent about his steroid use, which is so stupid because, like, shouldn't you be already? Why compliment a dude for just doing what you're supposed to do? But I guess it's because bodybuilding industry is full of fake sellouts that I guess it is a compliment at this point. Have you ever heard of a phrase, nice guys finish last? It isn't because girls hate nice guys. It's because they see through that fake stuff and know you're being nice because you want something for your own gain. To be nice 24/7, you either need to be a coward to say what you truly believe, or you're fake as hell. I could be a really nice fitness influencer, that's easy. But I do the hard thing, which is tell people the truth, whether they like to hear it or not. And a lot of people don't like to hear it. And the people who do have created my fan base. My brother said this funny thing, and he described us as the Abraham Lincoln of the fitness industry. Abraham Lincoln challenged the norm, so he got a bunch of hate back in his day. And we're doing the same in fitness, as we're downplaying that norm that is lazy ass bodybuilding. Don't think of this video as me defending myself. This video is just straight up wrong. So it's like, hey, it's a piece of content. We'll laugh about it. Now let's go.
And a perfect example of the type of influencer Noel would hate is Mario Rios, who gives some of the worst and straight up ridiculous fitness takes of all time. He gains comments such as, dude pulls his facts out of his ass, and bro is the definition of insecure.
Alright, a lot to unfold there. He nitpicked 2 examples of comments that were negative, and both examples were over a year old when I was just entering the fitness industry. And here are all the positive comments toward me on your own video, with only 2 I could find talking negative about me. And keep in mind, this is your video. Go look at all the comments of my videos. The overwhelming majority are positive. How about this one? He labeled Sebum as one of the most loved influencers. I called him morbidly obese, and you would expect all the comments to be negative, but a majority are positive. Top comment, that's why Nikocado Avocado is the most aesthetic physique of all time. I put him in the video as a joke, so that's obviously a positive comment. Imagine not being able to play a sport for 1 hour. This is why SpongeBob has the most aesthetic physique, another channel reference. This is why the Michelin Man has the best performance, which is another channel reference because Michelin Man looks like a bodybuilder, let's be honest. This is why Leon Edwards is morbidly obese. This is why Leon Edwards gave Mario Rios the N-word pass. And then there's like two comments in there that aren't good, and then this is why Leon Edwards is the most aesthetic physique. There you go. Overwhelmingly positive when I talked about one of your golden boys, but somebody else's. Well, luckily, I have an example.
Fitness influencer tier list, Rios twins, easy F tier.
All right, so he said my brother and I were F tier for no good reason, but since people hate me so much, and apparently I give false information and misinformation, which again is not the phrase with my channel, it's me being like a negative hater. Let's go look at the comments. Rios twins S tier all day. The Rios twins rage bait in their shorts to capture attention. Their long form is pretty educational and nice. I like the Rios twins longer videos, it's actually informative. Mario Martin Rios are S plus tier. Honestly, the Rios twins aren't that bad, especially Martin. The shorts is designed to get a rise out of people, but their long form videos are informative and contain a lot of correct information. And this is coming from an RP Dr. Mike Enjoyer. Blood got offended by Mario, laughed my ass off. Rios twins S plus tier. Nah man, Mario Rios is the only influencer who promotes real fitness, and he is the first influencer that started to popularize athletic training. Of course, he puts all the fitness influencers who promote bodybuilding an unhealthy, unattractive lifestyle, but he puts the athletic bodybuilders F tier, even though athletic bodybuilding increases your health, aesthetics, performance in and outside the gym. I'm still waiting for a negative one. Rating Rios twins F tier shows you've never actually listened to anything they've said and just get angry at their shorts. Still waiting. Rios twins are the real ones, A plus tier. Mario Solid B tier, can't write Rios without S. Look at me, I'm scrolling here, and I still have not found one talking negatively. Actually, this just shows how big my brother and I's fan base are, which I can only say thank you to you guys. We have the best fan base ever, because in a video would put us F tier. If I'm so hated, then why do people have my back? I'm not saying this to say I'm not hated. What I'm saying is this dude is implying that I have misinformation and stuff when that's not how people view me. This guy's gonna do his research. People just view me as a guy who just spews hate, which I think is fine. You can say that. Need another example? Here it is. So apparently I'm responsible for slander. And when he put slander, he put a clip of my brother. Like, come on, I'm more handsome, get it right. Mario really talked bad about people, but he has really good advice, not gonna lie. Again, look at how people view me as a guy who gives good advice, but I talk bad about people. This just shows this dude, Big Carl, is a fraud. I'd rather have a rude and right than a nice yet wrong person. Again, that's obviously me. This is why Leon Edwards is the most aesthetic man alive. Obviously me, couldn't be anybody else. Mario speaks harshly but has good advice. Again, I speak harsh, but my advice is good. Mario's thing is called marketing only appears angry in his short form content and his long form. I'm not a marketing genius or something. Like, I just make content about fitness. It's not that deep, but you get the idea. Mario isn't bad. His delivery is tough, loving, and changed my life. Mario's not ruining the industry. Man, Mario changed my life. I started doing the exercise that he and Martine said. Now I'm in the best shape of my life, and he's criminally underrated. Mario sometimes gives good advice, and sometimes it goes up really negative. Again, good advice, but negative. Big Carl, are you getting the idea here that your video's all wrong? I'm gonna stop there because look at all of that. Like, this is not defending me giving or like being hated. I can like say I am hated by a lot of people, but my advice is good. And that's just a straight up fact. Big Carl, your claim that I give bad information or misinformation isn't even shared by my biggest haters. They'll say I give good advice, but I'm negative. Like, dude, you gotta do your research. I'm gonna just say it straight to your face. You gotta do your research. You're just like Greg Douchehead. You don't know much about my content. You might just be too ignorant to get it, so you misunderstand what I say.
Secure. After he claimed that muscles don't equal strength because they don't allow you to jump high. Under the YouTube profile of Coach Mario Rios, he drops these so-called facts to his 350,000 YouTube subscribers. And it seems like almost every single video he posts is engagement or rage bait.
So this dude tried to create a false narrative by suggesting something I never said. You can tell he's ignorant about strength and conditioning because this is the message he got from the 1 or 2 videos he saw of mine. Muscles don't equal strength because of the way bodybuilders train. They have awful mobility and stability. And stability is the driver of athletic performance. Just because you're muscular doesn't mean you're strong, which is why the top athletes don't look like bodybuilders, little buddy. Plus their speed strength or power is terrible. Keyword being strength. A lot of people associate speed as not being force production. It is force production, and bodybuilders' speed strength is just terrible. That's why they don't jump high. That's why they don't sprint fast. Power, just like stability, is the driver of athletic performance. And then again, he keeps going on this false narrative that people view me as a guy who doesn't know his facts and gives bad advice. It's just simply not true. I already showed proof. Again, proof of it earlier on. Plus, I don't think a video on how to punch and kick harder or a complete guide to fixing skinny fat or how to build an aesthetic athlete body is rage bait.
Mario claims that Cristiano Ronaldo's muscles are holding him back from being a good footballer and has called out every online bodybuilder and fitness influencer to bait engagement from his following.
Dude, that's not what I said. If you watch my Ronaldo videos, I claim that his excessive muscle mass is not for his sport but for his brand and his image. In one of my old videos, I even used it to compare this guy named Antonio Rudiger with Ronaldo. Rudiger is skinnier, but he's faster and stronger than Ronaldo. Ronaldo built all his muscle so he could model guys' underwear and I guess model for himself as well. And for me, that's a big reason why he has more followers than Messi, because of his brand, which a big part of his brand is looking great. And my opinion is that the muscle he added is for this, and honestly, he'd be the same player or maybe even slightly better if he didn't add it on. That's an opinion, dude. Like, you cannot say an opinion is wrong. I think Messi is better than Ronaldo. All the facts suggest it. Your eyes can tell you Messi's better than Ronaldo, but I can't tell someone who thinks Ronaldo is better he's wrong, because that's his opinion. You can't state an opinion is wrong, but that's his only example in this entire video of me giving bad advice or misinformation. This dude is special, I'll be honest. I think me saying Cristiano Ronaldo built muscle for aesthetics more than performance is fair, and I never said Ronaldo's a bad football player. That would just be super stupid.
He mainly posts on YouTube Shorts, which is a cesspool of misinformation and rage bait anyway, but Mario is not helping the situation, and it has not gone unnoticed by the wider community. In a Reddit thread which was questioning whether he was natural or not, people went off topic slightly and said that he was natural, but gives some of the worst fitness advice they'd ever seen. Another commenter said that he was the most annoying on YouTube Shorts.
Hey, I had a natty or not video on me. Isn't that crazy? But he found one comment at the time where I first started making content where some guy said I had bad advice, but just like him, anyone who says I have bad advice never actually provides a counter argument to what I said. He just gives bad advice. It's like, okay, you're gonna give an example or something? And the only people who do, honestly, I'm not being arrogant, I'm just being flat out when I see them, they're just too unconsciously incompetent, aka they don't know they're stupid, so they think what I'm saying is wrong, but they just don't know anything about fitness, so that's why they think I'm wrong. I hope that makes sense. And then the guy who said I'm annoying, again, I don't argue against that. Like, that is, I guess, a narrative you could argue for, but this dude's saying that a narrative that I don't know what I'm talking about and people think I give bad advice, I already showed it, it's just not true.
Although he's gaining an audience, you've got to wonder how long this can last, as most of his comment section and people in the wider community seem to have a justified hatred for Mario and his awful advice.
Alright, so I already showed proof that the wider community in my own comment sections don't hate me. Like, I'll be honest with you, dude. I gave you a couple examples of people creating content against me that are in the bodybuilding space, and I couldn't find one negative comment about me. Like, dude, your video is just simply BS and just all wrong.
He is a relatively new fitness influencer, however, having only really been making waves on the internet in the last year, so we will see if he can improve his online reputation. Chris Bumstead is someone that Mario has called out for being unathletic, but he makes the list as one of our most loved influencers.
And then to put the cherry on top of the cake, he says I called C-Bum unathletic when that's not even my video, that's my brother's. It's like, dude, just read the name and remember I'm more handsome than my brother. Big Carl, you owe me an apology. You can make a video on it, you can make a community post on it. I don't care, you owe me an apology. If you don't apologize, I mean, you're just gonna be viewed as the fake news guy of fitness. And for those who support me, I just wanna say thank you so much. You guys are the best fans in the world. How about go watching my great advice from an educated fitness influencer on ways you can improve your life, your aesthetics, and athletics.